Hello, everybody. This is Ray Halstead and Patricia Nass with REH CPA. Today, we want to talk about the IRS stopping receiving and paying with paper checks. Patty, what can you tell us about this issue?
Yeah, so apparently a lot of government agencies are all saying that as of September 30th, 2025, they're stopping sending out and receiving paper checks. So this will mean, anything with the IRS, Social Security Administration, Department of Veteran Affairs, pretty much Department of Labor even.
So not just the IRS, the government in general.
The government in general is trying to stop paper checks.
So why are they doing this?
So one of the main reasons is they're saying that it's a lot of fraud going on between paper checks. They're getting lost. They're getting stolen. They're getting rewritten when people, So a lot of frauds going on around it. Another reason is also just the cost in general. So they said it's about 50 cents per check to do a paper check as opposed to 15 cents for just doing it electronically.
So what's this mean for taxpayers?
So what it pretty much means is, if you're doing your returns and you're supposed to get a refund, what you're going to need to do is make sure that your direct deposit's in there if you're doing a bank. If not, then they are saying that they'll just start sending out prepaid debit cards. I'm sure most people would want it in their bank.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then a prepaid debit card. They are also mentioning that they're trying to have the ability to use a mobile app. So maybe depositing in a PayPal account. Not really sure how that's going to look, but they're kind of talking about, as far as that. And then as far as making payments, a lot of people, when they do their estimated payments, they go online. Some people are still liking to write those paper checks and send them in. So now they're saying you can't. You pretty much, if you're making an estimated payment, you're going to have to go to the IRS website and use their direct pay to pay them. Or, corporations have EFTPS system where they'll have to pay it through there.
Are there any circumstances where they will allow a paper check?
Yeah, so they are saying that, if it's somebody who's in a hardship, so if there's a FEMA check or something like that, they're saying that they'll, write paper checks then instead of having to try to figure out bank accounts. If you're someone who doesn't have electronic banking, they're even talking about that with Social Security. So if you don't have electronic banking with Social Security, they're going to give you a debit card and they'll reload that every month for your payment. And you'll just use that as, like a credit card. Or also if you live in a remote area where you don't have access to online banking, you can request a waiver and they'll still send a paper check that way.
Wow. That's a pretty big shift. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yeah.
I am in favor of it, but a lot of people aren't, so it's going to be interesting. Well, that's really good information, Patty. If you have any questions on how to receive or get payments to the IRS electronically, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you out. Thanks.